What is up, everyone? Welcome to another vlog. So it is Thursday night and it's still chilly where I live. I just tossed my hair up because I'm about to try to do a workout. I'm gonna do emkfit, one of my YouTube buddies. She did a video recently, a workout video. It's like 20-ish minutes and it's Avril Lavigne versus Hilary Duff songs, like back and forth. So fun. So I'll link that if you want just like a fun workout to do. I'm about to do it. I'm assuming it's fun. It always is. But this is like that time in the evening where the workday is done. Tyler is picking up the kids, so I have a little bit of time. And I feel like the old Jessie would have just like laid on the bed and like scrolled Instagram or something. And I'm like, this little bit of time can be used wisely to do something that will make me feel really good. And so 20 minutes flies by when you're on the phone. You know what I mean? Like when you're just like messing around. But you could really do some good. Like you could go on a walk for 20 minutes. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. You can see my mess back here. This top is one that I got at Target. It's like one of those like kind of tops, like sports bra top mixes. But it's really comfy, especially when I'm just working out at home. It's kind of perfect, you know? So let's work out. Okay, workout done. I ended up also adding on some bar. A lot of times if I like end a workout and I still have time and I feel like I could do more, I'll push myself to do like 5 minutes more. So like 5-minute arm workout or a 5-minute leg workout. I did bar, which is kind of like ballet. Sometimes some videos are more like ballet than others you'd see, but anyway. So I did a 5-minute arm one with light weights and then a 5-minute leg one. And you know what? Those 5-minute videos burn more than anything because they just don't stop and it's just like 30-second things and they fly by. So I ended up doing, 10 minutes more of a workout and I feel good. My whole body is burning, but like in a good way. Wanna go see your squirrel friend? Let's go see if she's out there. You wanna see? Come on. It is Friday today and I have some errands to run. I have some work to get done. It's just kind of a mishmash day. Felicity's right back there. She's eating Cheerios. She gets so excited about Cheerios, which is so funny. And all I can think is, I wish I were this excited to eat Cheerios. Like if I'm choosing Cheerios over like something way more delicious in the cereal family, I'm not as happy about eating Cheerios as I am obviously about eating like peanut butter Captain Crunch. Thank you to today's video sponsor, which is HelloFresh. We'll talk about that later in the video. How are those Cheerios? Yeah, are they pretty good? And the most exciting thing today. See what I see. Buds on the tree! What's up? So, it's later in the day, obviously. I am gonna fold some laundry because I have about 20 minutes before I need to pick up Genevieve and needs to get done. And I figured it would be more fun if I were chatting with you guys while I do it. So here we are. Pull up a chair and pull up your basket. So there were a lot of questions from you guys from the last time that I filmed like a coffee chat. I think I did that one like in the car, my car chat, which if you missed, I feel like a lot less people saw that. And I got some DMs saying that that one wasn't pushed. So if you missed that one, it was a pretty juicy one. We talk about some stuff that I've not really talked about. So if you want to check that out after this, I'll link that video because, yeah. I got a weird, is there like some rumor going around that I'm moving to Florida? We are not. I got a weird amount of questions asking that. I'm like, who is saying this? No, we have no plans to move to Florida. We love Disney. We genuinely do. We love where we live in the Midwest. We love being near family and friends. And it's just something we entertained a long time ago, like years ago. But we've just changed our mind. So no plans. And in regards to, I also got a lot of questions about like, okay, so are you guys moving? Not anytime soon. We're not planning on it. We do just love this house. We've kind of gone back and forth on it just from a standpoint of wanting space to work in. And we do have some office space. I feel like I've talked about this a lot, so I don't want to stick on this point, but, we now have a separate office space. So that kind of released that want of ours to buy a new house because we were looking for a house that had like more office area. You know what I mean? Like space for that. Anyway, long story short, no, we have no plans to move. And also it looks like a storm is rolling in and it's looking real sketchy. I also tried to make coffee with my Keurig And it's like a new, nice Keurig, and I somehow always screw it up. And I'm like, I've been using Keurigs for 10 years, and I still screw it up. And in this case, it doesn't matter. Coffee grounds ended up going everywhere, and so I said, forget it. I'll clean it up later, and I made tea. And I'm drinking my Old Faithful Tazo Zen tea, which is definitely my favorite, next to the cinnamon tea from Harney and Sons. I can link both below. Like, if those were the only 2 teas I drink for the rest of my life, I'd be cool with that. I probably would miss, like, a sleepy time tea, though. Anyway, how did you meet Taylor Swift? So a few years ago, actually not too long after Genevieve was born, I got to meet Taylor Swift, and it was so cool. But it was only because one of my good friends he's still my good friend, but that I've known for a very long time, works in radio. So he literally was just able to bring me, and he knew I loved Taylor Swift. So we got to go to the concert, and we were like in the front row, you guys. It was so unreal. It was the Reputation tour, if you were curious. Anyway, so we got to go in like her backstage meeting room where there were 10 other people there meeting her. You were not allowed to bring your phone. Ooh, they literally locked them in the cage outside of the room, but it was really neat. She was super nice. There's not really much else to say. I've never been so nervous in my life. I've really never been so nervous in my life. Are you shipping Janine and Greg? Yes. If you watch Abbott Elementary, you get it. What do you do when you're stressed? Honestly, I typically go on a walk or a run. That is almost always what I do. I also try to give myself time. Man, this white shirt got all weird. I try to give myself time to do something else that I like take a bath that night once the kids are asleep, or just something like that. I like to write poetry. I don't think that I'm necessarily good at it, but I like to do it. And so sometimes I'll do that. That's a little more rare. But yeah, I think just when you're feeling stress, typically my stress is either familial stress, things going on within family or something like that, or work stress. You know what I mean? It's not always, sometimes there's other kinds of stress, but so for me, when that's happening, I need to step away from whatever that is. And so that's why going on a walk is totally unrelated to those things. Plus, then if I need time to just think through something that I'm stressed about, that gives me that time without the distraction of my phone, without the distraction of the house and things to get done or work, whatever. So that is definitely what I do. Obviously, sometimes it's cold out and you just can't do that. Tyler has running shorts that are just more complicated than anything I've ever seen. There are a lot of clothes in this one load. I don't know how we fit this in our washer and dryer. I have a question. Are you someone that if you have a larger load, you will split it into 2 loads? So you'll be all right, fine, I'll do 2 separate loads. Or do you just send it and just do the whole thing? I'm curious. Tyler is a 2-loader. I am a 1-loader, but with some grace, I'll look and sometimes I'm like, okay, I really need to take them out because, you don't want to ruin your washer and dryer and overload it. But also you're I know what my washer can handle. So it's 4:37. I'm just about done with this load. And then I need to go get Genevieve from school. And I am going to make dinner tonight because Tyler made dinner last night. And our night begins. I always feel week nights feel especially if you have kids, I know you relate, feel like you're okay, here we go. We're getting on the hamster wheel. I feel like chaos has descended upon the house. The girls are home, which means the volume level in this house just went through the roof. Anyways, it is dinner time. We are very hungry. Tyler right now has the girls in the basement, which is exciting because the basement is almost done. And so they're enjoying that. I was actually just down there a little bit ago with Genevieve. We were playing Candyland, but it's the Disney World version, and it's actually really cool. So we were playing that. I won. So, but anyway, as I mentioned, this part of the video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I'm about to make a quick dinner. HelloFresh is the meal delivery service we have used for years and years now. It's kind of crazy how long we've been using it. We love it because it's perfect for those weeks where we really don't have the time to think through and meal plan and make sure everything's on the grocery list, etc. This takes all of that off of our plate for the week, and that is so nice. I love that you always get full color recipe cards where it lays everything out step by step. It really is foolproof, and these are recipe cards that we end up keeping if we really like the recipe. I love that you've got 40 weekly recipes to choose from. You can find something for all different meal occasions, lifestyles, your preferences. And again, I just love that taking out the meal planning and prepping frees up a lot of extra time in your schedule. The ingredients are pre-portioned, the recipes are foolproof, and of course it's so convenient that it's delivered right to your door. Plus the ingredients travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know you're actually getting fresh, wholesome ingredients. And of course, with the cost of groceries going up and up, now is a really good time to get started with HelloFresh. HelloFresh is actually cheaper than grocery shopping and up to 70% less expensive than dining out at a restaurant. Plus, March is actually National Nutrition Month. Who knew? And HelloFresh makes it easy to choose delicious dietitian-approved meals. All you have to do is look for the dietitian win tag on the different menu options for the week, and you'll find meals that are under 700 calories and with 1/3 less sodium. So tonight's dinner is kind of more like Mexican style. They're tostadas. Anytime we've made any of their Mexican style meals, they've been really, really good. So I'm excited to try this one. I'm sure it will be no different. So if you want to check out HelloFresh for yourself, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use code JBraun60 to get 60% off and free shipping. I'll have the code and the link right at the top of the description box for you if you want to check it out. Okay, we're done. This looks unbelievable. I'm so excited. I don't think we've ever made, oh, that crunch, tostadas at home. And I'm a big fan of tostadas. I'm not even sure, maybe I'll just kind of scoop it on and eat it that way. Oh, baby. Wow. I just had to take a break while I was chewing that, by the way, to get my dog away from the tostadas.
Don't call me a dog.
Miss Pinocchio. Also you. No, you can have your plate. I'm diving right on in. That crunch, you guys. Tyler, you're going to be a fan.
Oh, it smells incredible.
Yeah, like this is right up your alley. But it is going to be messy. Just so you know. All right, back from church, and we got some donuts, and it was like 15 minutes till close, and it was slim pickings. However, the things we did pick look really good, so we'll show you. What kind is that? Do you remember?
No.
Jelly filled.
And there's your donuts.
Mm-hmm. So we've got blueberry cake donut. I am a big fan of this kind. Oh my gosh. This one's jelly filled. This one we got for Daddy. It's like peanut butter chocolate, right? And then this is some kind of cronut, like croissant donut, which again has my name written all. I'm not going to eat all of this. I say that. We'll see. And then Gigi's got chocolate. Making some more coffee. I don't know how we already drank through a pot of coffee today, but we have. Finishing up the blueberry cake donut. That one, Felicity. I think she's awake. Finishing this up because I only ate some of the croissant donut, which by the way was also like cinnamon roll. I realized why I like cake donuts so much. It's the texture. They're just denser. There's like the crunch of the glaze on the outside. So good. Anyway, the coffee I'm making is a holiday blend K-Cup because we are still working through holiday blend K-Cups. I don't know how this happened. Like, did I buy it after I'm trying to remember. I think we had it, but I'm like, it's been months. Why do we still have these? Side note, I don't know if I've shown the purse I'm currently using. You guys know I like to switch it up. This one's really cool. I got it on Amazon, not very expensive. And I love that you can kind of wear it crossbody in the front or the back if you want. And sometimes I'll just sling it over my shoulder like I did today. But there's a perfect spot for my phone. And then everything else fits in here. And I was just surprised by how much, I'm trying to open this one-handed. It's a joke. Here we go. By how much you could fit in here. I had my pen because I was taking some notes at church today. Some gloss I'm loving. Sunglasses case, wallet, and then this little pouch I keep everything else in, like lotion, hand sanitizer, chapstick, etc. So it's just a really good size. You can fit a good amount in it. Like if you can picture, you can fit sunglasses upright in here, you know? Anyway, big fan. The only thing is I kind of wish the strap was a little bit thinner. I don't know, but I feel like that also, this makes sense with the style of this, but I don't know. I find myself wishing it was just a little bit thinner, but it's been great. I really like it and keeps me hands-free, which is always nice. I've been working on doing laundry, and one of the things that I did was I washed the bath pillow we have. I think this is just gonna have to be, because it came pretty clean, and I remember when I bought it on Amazon, like that was part of the deals that you could wash it, which is great. I think that's just gonna have to be one of those things I replace from time to time, just because it gets wet over and over again, and I just feel like it gets gross and weird and stuff, so I'm gonna use it for a little while longer now that I've washed it again, but I think it might be getting close to replacement time. So I'm heading to work, and I had my bags all set up like this, and I just took a minute and looked at it and was like, why did I set them up like that? Like I'm going to be getting work done while I'm driving. Okay, so we're at the workspace today. It is Monday, and I've been here like 30, 45 minutes. It's still so cold. I might grab a sweater. I've been wearing my coat because we had turned the heat off the last time we were here last week, and wow, it is freezing. Also, this looks all like weird. Anyway, so I am in like full focus mode because my battery's about to die. Hold on. All right. So I'm in full focus mode because my editors are leaving town tomorrow. And so I kind of pre-filmed a bit so that they could edit ahead of time. And what's my point of sharing this? Oh, anyway, so I'm trying to watch through a bunch of videos to see if there's any edits so that they could do them like last minute. So that's what I'm doing. I'm freezing. I need to grab a sweater. The other task today, I'm here alone, which is pretty rare. My big task today is to start packing our workspace because we're moving. Moving from the workspace, let me make that clear. But the issue is we have a few weeks left until we have to vacate this. It's an apartment. If we've never like shared that, it is an apartment. I know I've explained this in a past video, but it was probably a long time ago, so I'll kind of explain it again. We had looked at like, not retail spaces, but you know what I mean? Like true office spaces. We looked at a lot of different things, and honestly, bang for your buck, this made the most sense. And it was really nice that we'd have, a lot of the spaces we looked at, we'd have a shared bathroom with other people. And we were like, I get ready sometimes in the bathroom and I film about that. It really just made the most sense. So we're happy with the setup of using an apartment for our workspaces. But where this one is like 30 minutes from our house. Hold on, I gotta grab a sweater. I'm like genuinely so cold. We loved that it was in downtown Indy and that there was space, like I can store stuff. Like I've got a lot of like backup makeup and things like that here, which is just kind of cool. My point in sharing this is I really need to start packing all of this up today because we, like I said, have a few weeks. Oh my gosh, this is not even making a dent in how cold I am right now. We have a few weeks, but we're not here every single day, Monday through Friday. So because this place was really far from our house, we have found a place closer to home, which means we'll probably actually use it Monday through Friday. And that's the whole goal. Like when it's so far away, it's just not conducive to actually getting here, because we were also worried, like, okay, we got to drop Genevieve off at school, and then who's watching Felicity that day, or is she coming with us? And there were too many moving parts to make a place 30 minutes away worth it. Whereas when it was only Genevieve and we were like it wasn't as big of a deal, but with Felicity, it just doesn't make any sense. Plus just the gas. Okay. But we loved that this place, I'm not even sure what I've already said. My brain is like going in circles. We loved this place because it was in downtown Indianapolis, and it's just so fun to be here. We can walk to get coffee. And so the new place we found is also walkable, but it's in our town. And it's like 5 minutes away. But the problem is we're going to have this stuff moved to our garage at home because the unit we want, and we're being very picky because we're like, we're not moving again. Like we want to stick with this place for a while, this next place. The one unit we want is available, it's vacant, but they're doing maintenance on it and they don't know exactly when that's going to be done. And so we're like, come on. And so we're basically next in line for it. We've already signed on the dotted line, but it's a big question mark. So there's a chance it could be done in the next few weeks, and then we would just move it all straight there. But most likely we're going to have to move this stuff to our garage, which is fine, except for like obviously our equipment we would move inside. Point is, there's a lot of work to be done, and there's a lot to pack, and there were a lot of things we brought here thinking we would use it, like things in the kitchen that we were like, well, we have 2 of these, let's just bring one. And guess what? Most of the stuff we brought in this kitchen we do not use, so that stuff needs to be packed up too. I don't think I'll tackle that today, but I definitely want to try to tackle the closet because a lot of the skincare I've had in there, I know I'm not going to use. Like a lot of my backups just need to go. I can give them away to neighbors, friends, family, etc. Just because I'd rather someone be using it than it just continue to sit there, because I kind of have my routine down and most of that stuff, anyway, I'm over explaining. So I need to get to work on this, get these notes sent over to the editor, and I also want a snack. So there we go. All right, we've got a warmer sweater, a true sweater, and I had to bring from home because we really don't have much food here other than like pantry type stuff. Grabbed some strawberry Noosa. I love this yogurt. We can get like a Big Daddy pack at Meijer near us, and it's like 12 of them in a couple flavors, and these are so good. And throw in a little bit of our favorite granola, the Love Crunch from Nature's Path. It's like a dessert, honestly. Ankle. So I'm putting on my tennis shoes. I use a walking treadmill. I can link below. I got it on Amazon. But I love it. And so when I'm here, I try to do it at least for like 30 or 45 minutes, just because like right now I'm literally watching and making notes and making links. So it's an easy thing to do while walking. But, okay. So a year or two ago, I bought the new Nike Pegasus running shoes. And I had loved the previous ones. So these are the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38. I have since switched over to Hoka. I never know how to say that, and I keep meaning to look it up. Anyway, this line, I don't know what they did with the 38s. They were all wrong. They literally, the second I put them on, I'm like, these feel tighter, and I don't mean like the laces, I mean the structure of the shoe, and it is different than the previous versions that I'd had and loved for years. I hate whatever they did to the 38. I can't use it. So I leave them here just for walking, and even walking in them for, 20, 30 minutes, the bottom of my foot gets tired. It's almost as though like the way it's holding. I've never experienced shoes like this. So I don't know. If you have the 38s and you have the same experience, let me know. And it's a shame because they're so cute. They're so cute. So it really is, but I use them here. It is what it is. And of course, when I first bought them and like kept them, I'm way beyond the return window now, but I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll just like break them in and I'll get used to them. And I never did. So anyway, there's that. But yeah, I'm going to try to do a little bit of walking. I wish I had one of these at home too, so I'd just be constantly walking. I have had maybe the single most productive day I think I've ever had. I should work alone most days. Wow. So I have not packed because I ended up getting some quotes from some moving companies and getting an idea of what they charge for packing stuff for you and this, that, and the other. We're not sure what we're going to do, but I was like, well, I don't want to start packing anything until we've decided what route we want to go. However, a lot of the things that are like in my closet here, I know I can just get rid of. Like there are things I brought here, like some clothes I was going to get rid of. And I was like, well, maybe I'll use some of these shirts for filming. So I brought them over here and they're literally still in a trash bag. So I'm like, well, it's been like a year. I haven't pulled a single shirt out of there. So that tells me those can probably be donated. So anyway, that's a good lesson for us though. So even though I didn't get any packing done as originally planned, it might be for the better. So we'll see what route we end up going, but I also learned that you can, I just didn't know this. I've never used movers before in my life. You can get a store, like basically a lot of them offer storage. So you can pay a fee and they'll move it to the storage unit and then you pay to get it moved again, to the next place once you're ready. And I'm like, honestly, that might be perfect because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if all of this would fit in our garage, like a couple couches. You know what I mean? And it's temperature controlled there, which is nice. So again, that might be a route that we go. I need to talk all this over with Tyler, but I just had a lot of phone calls to make today. A lot of things checked off the list. I had this census thing I had to do for my business, and that was the most stressful thing I've ever done. I've been putting it off and it was due in 2 days, and like by law, I have to complete it since it's a business one. I mean, I actually don't know what the laws are with like regular census stuff. I feel like you're not required by law for that. But anyway, this one I was. Anyway, long story short, it was so much mumbo jumbo. I'm having to look all these things up. I'm like, how are they expecting, like, how is anyone completing this? So I had to get help from my accountant, and it was a nightmare. And the other thing is, like, all of the jobs listed on the census have nothing to do with what I do. It's like agriculture, retail. I'm like, none of that. So I finally found like one spot where it said something like online social media something. And I was like, that, whatever that is, that. But I'm like, it literally, there are so many thousands and there was one that applied. Because again, what I do is really weird. But anyway, in case you were curious, I'm just oversharing. Also, have you guys ever heard of this app? It's called Opus One. I ended up paying for the year subscription because it works on iPhone, iPad, and the desktop, which that's kind of hard to find apps like this that work on all three. And it syncs up across it. It just uses like my iCloud account. It will pull any of your, I'm intentionally picking a day where there's nothing, I don't want to give any like information away. But anyway, it will pull all of your calendar stuff to it. So it would show you there. It pulls any of your reminders. So like if you add things to your reminders via Siri, it would add it into here. But you can create to-do lists for each day. And I'm just going to kind of do some pretend ones because I'm doing this with one hand. But what's cool is as you check them off, of course they check off. They make a nice pleasant noise. But you can also categorize it by importance. You can reprioritize. But what's cool is if I haven't checked it off for this day, it would apply automatically the next day. It is exactly what I've needed for so long. And on top of that, each day you can create little like notes. And so like last night for the next day, I was like, okay, I want to remember this, that, and the other. So I was adding to my to-do list for the next day. I was typing in some notes here and it automatically, when I pulled it up this morning, all of that was on here. And it's cool because you can go back and look at previous days, notes, and to-do lists. But guys, it's so simple. And then they also have a master tasks tab, which you can put things that you know eventually need to get done that you might drag onto your daily to-do list, but they're ones that you don't necessarily like have a day that needs to be done. So for example, we need to get our tax stuff done. That's on my master to-do list because I don't necessarily need to get it done this week, but I mean, we're getting close, so I need to get it done soon. And if you're curious, this is what it looks like on the iPad. So very, very, I mean, obviously basically the same thing. It really is so cool. So I'm going to leave, go get Genevieve from school, head home. Yeah, and just see what we get into tonight. How exciting. All right, big day. It's Tuesday. We got a new table. It was literally just delivered. So there's our old table. Here's the new one. These are the old chairs. We're trying to decide. I don't think this looks terrible, but I definitely feel like, and we're not even sold, like I still have not steamed this runner that I keep saying that I'll do it. It's from West Elm. It was like a piece that we're like, all right, we're keeping this for a long time because it is wildly nice and sturdy, and we wanted a very solid wood table. So to show you kind of what it looks like, so that gives you more of a view of what it looks like. It's so pretty. Anyway, very, very happy about this piece. Like I said, trying to decide chair-wise, do we keep the old ones? Do we get black? I'll pop on the screen here like an image that is in my mind, the light wood with the black chairs that can just look so pretty. And we had to lift everything from Felicity crawling around. We do have plenty of black in this kitchen to warrant having black chairs. You know what I mean? I feel like it wouldn't look totally out of place. Like we've got black over here as well. So let me know your thoughts. Tyler and I were literally sitting at this table just now, looking around. We're like, it looks pretty good, but we're just not certain on the chair. So let me know your thoughts below. Very, very curious. Tell you guys that I'm pretty sure my vlogging camera just this moment died, and I have a new camera coming in the mail today, and I really wasn't necessarily, I was going to try to replace it because it was starting to be on the fritz and I just wanted to try something different. Turns out I guess it's a good thing that I was already on the move to get a new one, because literally I'll have to look at it deeper. Anyway, I had, by the way, the Sony ZV-1, which is this one, which now won't turn off properly, nor will anytime I turn it on. Yeah, it'll come out only part of the way. I've dropped this thing so many times. I've been very rough with this. Anyway, totally recommend it if you are into vlogging and you need it's a really good camera. I just have been too rough with it. Anyway, long story short, I just want to show you my outfit. So this is something, I know this mirror is so dirty. This is something I got at Old Navy, and it is so comfortable. I got it like a month or two ago. It's got like this fleece inside, and I love that it's just like looser and it's just so comfy. And then these, if you were to ask me what I would have guessed was the most purchased thing from you guys, like on Amazon, of things I've recommended, I would have guessed a million other things above this. This is the best selling thing. So many of you guys have bought these on my recommendation. It's like the numbers are like wild. There's a reason. So these are these joggers, right? And they have pockets. They're super comfy, super stretchy, just loose enough. They've got like that cuff on the bottom that make them joggers, but they have a legging top. A legging top. So you feel like you're kind of held in. And if you're wearing something that's slightly cropped, there's that little bit more coverage. Like, it's unreal. And they're so cute. I only have one pair, which is crazy. These, quality-wise, feel exactly like my very expensive Voari joggers, which are really popular. I love those. They don't have this kind of top. This is more like a Lululemon type dupe. But the leggings or the joggers themselves feel just like those. So just saying, these are inexpensive. They are lovely. When we traveled last, this is what I was wearing for the long drive because they're super comfy. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend. So I'll put the link below if you're interested in checking it out. So I'm enjoying this coffee we got. By the way, we were trying out a new coffee shop we've never been to called Caffeine Coffee Co. So cute. And it was one of those places that's kind of off the beaten path here in downtown Indianapolis. And so we finally were like in the car, we were like, let's just drive. We're right there. Let's park, pop in, grab some and take it with us to the workspace. So we did, and I was talking to the barista there, and I was like, this is such a hidden gem. Like, oh my gosh, it was popping. That place was filled to the brim, but all around it is like abandoned buildings and like stuff that is kind of being worked on. And so it's kind of genius. He was saying, he was like, it's actually a lot of people around here like know about it. It really is pretty popular, but it's kind of a, if you know, you know kind of place. But I bet by being off the beaten path like that, they are paying like really low rent, but they're making a killing. So it was really exciting. I got their Spanish latte and it's got like cinnamon and stuff in it. It's like, I would get it again like tomorrow. Anyway, so I have a meeting. I was just doing some work stuff here at the computer, but I have a meeting with an accountant. It's a firm that I'm hoping to be working with, and I'm hoping to hire them to do everything for me. I'm talking payroll, bookkeeping, taxes, just small business advising. There's so much I have learned in the past few years, and I've had an amazing accountant. I just tried to sit on my desk and almost fell. Anyway, but I kind of just wanted a company or someone to just do all of it. I had another company doing, anyway, very excited to have this meeting because we're getting one step closer to like getting the ball rolling and getting this popping. And I'm going to feel so much more confident that if I ever got audited, that I'm doing everything right, because it's really nerve-wracking when you own your own business. And especially for me, I subcontract out people. Like I have an editor and different people like that I pay, but it's basically a one-woman show in regards to my business. And so it's really nerve-wracking, like making sure I'm doing everything right. Like I've never learned any of this in school. So anyway, that'll be good. And then I've got to edit this vlog actually today. And yeah, it's a good day. Tyler's here with me at the workspace, so that's always nice. And we were also kind of making plans for Felicity's birthday party coming up. I'm sure I'll talk about that again soon, but getting that ball rolling because she's going to be one in literally a few weeks. And I don't know how to even like wrap my brain around that. It just does not feel like it's been a year since I had her. It just flew by. So, okay, now we're sitting down. So I need to get it popping. I think we might order some lunch in too, because since we are moving out of here very soon, we're trying to eat up the bit of food we have in here, but we really don't have we have some snacks like in the pantry, some stuff in the freezer, but literally the fridge here is naturally just full of like drinks and condiments and nothing else. I am going to let you guys go here because I need to edit this vlog today. And typically my editors would do it, but it'll be me this time. So what you've seen, I did myself. And it's been a while since I've edited any of my videos, especially my vlogs. So I'm kind of like weirdly excited to do it. It's more fun when you know how to do it all the time. Anyway, but thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring, of course, a part of this video. If you want to check out HelloFresh for yourself, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use my code jbraun60. That'll get you 60% off and free shipping. you guys know we love HelloFresh. We really do. We actually just last night cooked the last of our HelloFresh meals. All right, so I love you guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I hope you subscribe, stick around for more of my adventures, and I'll see you guys in my next one.